All right, hi guys. Here are the video directions for the assignment in Amplify. It's Amplify 1.5 Activity 2. So we're going to conduct a series of missions that we'll make objects reach their targets at a specified velocity. So let me just go ahead and open the sim. Remember, you click the link. Generally, you're not logged into Amplify all the time, so this screen comes up. We always click Login with Clever. Okay, and then it takes me straight to the activity we're doing. So we're just doing 2 right now. We are going to get to 3, but we are just doing activity 2. All right, so it'd be great if we could work with a partner, but I'd love for you to speak in class to each other and help each other out. So that's how we do that. So we're going to make objects reach their targets at a specified velocity. So we're really looking at force and how it relates to velocity here. So your challenge is to complete each mission by exerting a force on the object only once. So you're only doing one force, and the force can be any size or direction. So you're looking at the stuff. So we're going to open the sim. So here's my link to my sim. And then I'm going to go back here for my directions. So my sim's opening in a different tab. So first we're going to select the mission 1.5, mission 1 from the menu bar and read the mission task. Okay. So right here is when we always open the sim. So we're doing specific missions. So if I go to those 3 little lines, 1.5, mission 1, and then notice right here is the task. This is our mission. So we're supposed to hit the target with a horizontal velocity of 2 centimeters per second by exerting a force only once. Okay, so then it says, note the object's initial velocity in the table and discuss with your partner how you might achieve this goal. So if I scroll down and I'm looking at my table here, notice the initial velocity is 0, and my mission is to get it to go to 2 centimeters per second, and it's positive, so that means it's going to go to the right. So right now, if I'm in run, it's running, it's just stopped. So let me scroll back up here. So I pressed run. Then we're going to prepare a force to pause the sim while you set up your force. So we're going to do that. We're going to use the arrows in the force panel to set up a single force for the object that will cause the correct velocity change. Then we're going to exert the force, observe the results, and if the mission's a success, the object will disappear. I'll give you a little hint. The object actually does not disappear on a couple of these. Number 5 for sure, and I forget off the top of my head which one of these, but the one where it changes direction, wherever it's supposed to change direction, it does not go in the disappearing hole, like the black hole. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this first one. So we are going to need to analyze. You'll see what I mean. We're going to do this, answer the stuff in the table. You do not have to prepare your forces immediately. Sometimes it's better to wait until the right moment to compare the object's initial velocity with the velocity shown on the target. This will give you a hint about how strong your force should be. All right, so here we go. So right now it's not moving. Remember, if I go back to build here, my goal is to make it go 2 centimeters. Okay, so if I go to run, I'm going to prepare a force. Need to move my face. So my force bar is down here. So it needs to get to 2 centimeters. Let's try and make it go this way. So I just pressed the force arrow twice, gave me this one. I'm going to exert my force. I'm going to press analyze. Okay, notice it's negative. That's not what we want. I purposely picked that. And then if I go back to run and let it go, notice it doesn't go towards this or disappear into this. So I know that that is wrong. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to reset it. I'm going to do a different force, probably in the other direction, right? So let's do it. And I just pressed it once, exert force. Okay, notice that it didn't disappear. Let's look. Oh, that's why it didn't disappear. It's only 1 centimeter per second. So I'm always going to look at the current to compare that with my mission. I'm going to go back to run again, reset it, and now let's try if I press it twice. Let's see what happens. Notice that when in the little disappearing black hole, that's what I meant by black hole. So it disappeared, so that means we did our mission. Okay, so now we need to fill out some stuff on the data table. So did the change of velocity, did it speed up, slow down, start, stop, or change direction? Well, it started moving. It was at a stop. Force direction. Let's go back to analyze. I'm going to remember I go to analyze and then I can take this little instant replay back here. So notice right here, my force is going to the right. That's where the arrow is pointing. So I'm going to put right, force strength. That's this number right here. So you always have to rewind it back and find like where the pink arrow with the number. So that's 20. And then the change in velocity. Okay, so right now, the current and the change is the same because we started at 0. So we always, when you're looking at your mission, you're going to look at current. And then when you get to the data table and it says the change in motion, we're always going to put this number. So 2. I don't need to put the units because they're right there. Okay. So notice number 1, mission 1 was the only one that started at 0. Okay. So I'll help you set up mission 2. So if I go to mission 2, I'm going to go to build. Actually, I'm not going to go to build. I'm going to go back here. So here's where my mission 2 is. So mission 2. Okay, so this time it is moving. I could tell that. I can't see the speed, right? And I'm going to hit the target with a horizontal velocity of 6 meters per second. Okay, but I kind of want to know how fast is it going right now. So I would definitely look here. So it's going at 2, and I need to get it up to 6, right? So it's going to 2, and I need to get it up to 6. What can I do? And so then you're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. So if I go to replay, I know I need to prepare a force, and I already know. It's at 2. I needed to get it to 6. So what am I going to try to do? Am I speeding it up, slowing it down, starting it, moving, stopping, or changing direction? Well, I need it to speed up. Okay. So if it's already going to the right, to speed it up, we already learned I need to add a force in the same direction. So, and this is where we just trial and error. So I'm going to go, that only did it a little bit. I'm going to try 3. Exert force. Oh, that wasn't enough. So I'm going to go to analyze. Okay. So it started at 2. I got it up to 5. I was really close. Maybe one more force and then I would get it. So I'm going to go back here to run. Reset, prepare force. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's what I need to try. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So analyze. Okay, let's go back to our table. So my force direction was to the right. Now I need the size of the force. So I'm going to come back here. It is 40. Okay. My change in velocity. So remember, so this was starting. This is what I got it up to. That was the mission. And this is what I need to write in that last column, change the 4. Okay. So I've done the first 2. Okay. Remember what I said, the only one that does not go in this, there are 2 on these that just don't get in there. So just make sure you look at the mission, ask me if you have any questions, but get this assignment done. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something. So 1 through 5 is required plus this question right here. So make sure you answer that. I am going to go ahead and make 6, 7, and 8 extra credit. Okay. So if you are working in class, you're going to make sure you get all of them as much as you can done in the time. If you're making this up late, that's your pick. So let's look at the question. What do you notice about the relationship between force strength and the velocity change? So like how much it speeds up, slows down, those kinds of things, right? And I do have a sentence frame in the slides over here. And I'm not going to be able to give you a slide number because I haven't taken this out, but it is right here. So answer the question. So I just put a frame here. I noticed that a blank force is needed to cause a blank change of velocity. So like a big force, big change, small change, those kind of words. And a weaker force causes and weaker means like smaller force, causes a what kind of change of velocity, right? So you're just kind of giving me a comparison of those two and how they're related. All right, so again, first table, this question has to be done. Mission 6 through 8 are extra credit.